Coming up on First at 4, the recent rain is causing more problems for some folks affected by the July flooding in Breathitt County. And Russia has freed WNBA star Brittney Griner in a high-level prisoner exchange with the United States.
Plus, showers are back, but the end is in sight for now. When we finally get a break from the December deluge, coming up as Mountain News First at 4 starts right now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, damaged bridges from the July flooding are still leaving people stranded after the recent rain destroyed a temporary fix in Breathitt County. Michelle McDaniel and Patricia Wilson say their sister has been stuck at her house with her family since the rain started earlier this week. Telling WYMT's Olivia Calfee, their sister's walking bridge and driving bridge were both destroyed during the flood more than 4 months ago. And with the lack of help from FEMA and county officials, now their sister and her family are stranded until the rain stops.
She usually parks a vehicle over here so she'll have a way out. But there wasn't no reason to this time because they can't cross the swinging bridge to go anywhere.
They say their sister's low-water driving bridge is prone to flooding during heavy rain, but without help to repair the walking bridge, their family will continue to be trapped.
Well, it has been a soaker of a day all throughout the region today. Plenty of rainfall, even fog out there in some spots. There's a lookout sign from Buffalo Mountain in southern Perry County where things are still rather in the fog at this hour. 50s the current temperature. We are still watching cooler air to the north where the cooler air started to filter in, and warmer air to the south where we're pushing the mid-50s, not far from 60 degrees. The dew point's also up there, hence the fog throughout the region. It's a soaker out there, and all-day rain has brought us quite a bit of, let's say, showery weather through the day, and that will continue at least through the early evening hours before this particular system pushes on out. For us, 47 tonight with a break on the way. It's just going to be soggy till we get there. Details on that in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you very much. Maddie Cantor is a senior at Jenkins High School and one of this year's recipients of a Ralph Gabbard Memorial Broadcasting Scholarship. Maddie tells us she moved to Jenkins as a child and grew up there. She says she has a love for nursing and Jesus and says she wants to start a podcast to spread the word of Christ. She adds this scholarship will help her achieve her dreams.
It shows that even if I'm from Jenkins, that if you put forth the effort, you get rewarded. And this is just one of the many rewards that I will get.
Maddie tells us once she graduates, she plans to further her education at Morehead State University. You can hear more from her tonight at 6. Brittney Griner is on her way home. The WNBA star has been detained in Russia since February of this year. Her case drew international attention with advocates demanding her release. President Biden says efforts to bring Griner home took painstaking and intense negotiations. CNN's Isabel Rosales reports.
After 9 months spent in Russian detention, WNBA star Brittney Griner is finally free.
What's your mood? Happy.
President Joe Biden sitting alongside Griner's wife in the Oval Office as he spoke to the Olympic gold medalist on the phone.
I'm proud that today we had made one more family whole again.
Griner was arrested on drug charges at a Russian airport last February. Testifying, she inadvertently packed the cannabis oil found in her luggage.
She endured mistreatment in a show trial in Russia with characteristic grit and incredible dignity.
Griner's lawyer confirming the release was part of a prisoner swap with convicted arms dealer Victor Bout.
It is my job as President of the United States to make the hard calls and protect American citizens everywhere in the world.
The exchange did not include Paul Whelan, another American the State Department has declared wrongfully detained in Russia.
Unfortunately, the choice became to either bring Brittney home or no one.
Speaking on the phone from a remote penal colony, Whelan expressed disappointment as he approaches 4 years in Russian custody.
This is a precarious situation that needs to be resolved quickly. My bags are packed. I'm ready to go home. I just need an airplane to come and get me.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken promises efforts to secure Whelan's release will continue.
We will never relent until Paul, and for that matter, every other U.S. national held hostage or wrongfully detained abroad, is free.
In Washington, I'm Isabel Rosales reporting.
Senator Chuck Schumer was reelected for another term as Democratic leader in the Senate. Democrats met behind closed doors today to choose their leadership team. Schumer will lead the 51-seat majority. Republicans taking control of the House will likely test his leadership. Authorities in Moore County, North Carolina have lifted a curfew after power has been fully restored. The electricity went out 4 days ago when someone fired shots from a high-powered rifle at 2 substations. The attack knocked out power to tens of thousands of customers in the area. Authorities have beefed up security around the substations. So far, nobody is in custody. Police are offering a $75,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest. Coming up on First at 4, we introduce you to a new law that allows those at the workplace to report on sexual harassment more often.
Plus, showers once again looking to make their way through the mountains as we head through the end of this week. The latest coming up.
When